There's a quote that captures the essence of building wealth brilliantly. If you can't find a way to make money while you sleep, you'll never be rich. It's a notion that holds true no matter what field you're in. You see, nobody builds wealth simply by renting out their time. Not even the best paid professionals, be they doctors or lawyers. Sure, they can charge impressive hourly rates, but the truth is, there's only so far you can stretch the hours in a day. And there's only so much you can hike up those fees before hitting a ceiling. Let's put this into perspective. Even at the peak of their fields, top plastic surgeons can earn about $200 per hour. Similarly, the highest paid lawyers in Manhattan may pull in somewhere around $300 per hour. These are elite professionals, part of the 1% of the 1%. For most of us, that kind of money seems life-changing, right? But here's the thing. It's not enough to make you rich in the way you might dream about. Sure, if you work 80 hours a week, you'll make a lot of money, but you'll also cap your growth by limiting it to how many hours you can physically work. Now, let's shift our perspective a little. Who actually gets rich in these professions? It's not the lawyers or the surgeons earning hundreds of dollars an hour. It's the people who own the law firms, the clinics, and the systems those professionals work within. They're the ones who figured out how to create wealth that works for them while they sleep. They're not renting their time anymore. They're renting out a system that generates income, no matter if they're working or not. The key takeaway here is this. As long as you're exchanging your time directly for money, you're in a job, not a business. Our goal for today is to shift your mindset and help you start thinking like a business owner. Here's something that might surprise you. $10,000 earned passively, without trading your time, is worth far more than $50,000 earned through constant labor. The value of your time increases exponentially as you remove yourself from the equation and allow systems to make the money for you. Let's look at a simple example. Imagine you run a physical store selling teddy bears. You're the one doing everything, managing the store, dealing with customers, handling the sales. It's in a busy town, open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., 5 days a week. You might get some foot traffic and you'll make sales. But the moment the doors close, so does your income stream. Now let's compare that to having an online store. In this case, your website is live 24/7 with customers shopping at all hours. Even while you're asleep, orders can come in. Your business is no longer limited to the hours in a day or the physical constraints of your town. But it doesn't stop there. With your physical store, your potential market is capped. There are only so many people who live nearby, and eventually you could run out of customers. However, with an online store, your market suddenly expands from the local area to potentially millions of people. That's an enormous leap in scale. Your potential for growth just multiplied several times over. Here's another important point. It's actually easier to manage a large, well-structured business than a small, chaotic one. Small businesses often fall into the trap of being held together by sheer willpower, with the owner scrambling to keep everything running. But with a larger operation, you're forced to build systems that work on their own, that don't need constant micromanagement. It's those systems that allow you to earn while you sleep. This principle of making money while you sleep is about building assets. An asset is anything that earns you money, whether you're actively working or not. The more assets you can acquire or create, the wealthier you become. So ask yourself, how can you start earning money while you sleep? Maybe instead of selling your expertise one-on-one, you could package it into a course and sell that online. Perhaps you could hire someone to do the work you usually do and charge clients more than you're paying your employees. Or maybe you could invest in a software tool that automates part of your business, freeing up your time while still generating income. Everything that earns you money without requiring constant effort from you is an asset. The more assets you can accumulate, the closer you get to real wealth. Because once you figure out how to build these assets, it's like unlocking a whole new level in life. You stop worrying about trading time for money and start focusing on growing your portfolio of income-generating tools. At this point, you might be wondering what kinds of assets we're talking about. Well, for us, it's our online platform. This app, for instance, works around the clock with new subscribers coming in every day, even while we sleep. Our courses are available 24/7, selling to people across the globe at all hours. We've even got a library of videos that continue to generate ad revenue day in, day out. And once we publish a book, those royalties will be coming in while we sleep too. Eventually, you'll reach a stage where working for someone else no longer makes sense. Why would you trade your time for a salary when you could be building or buying more assets that make you even more money? If you keep it this long enough, your assets will generate so much income that you can use the money they make to buy even more assets. That's how wealth grows. It's a cycle, and once you start it, the momentum builds on itself. It's a powerful concept, and if you grasp it, your life could change in ways you never imagined. The wealthy don't stay rich because they keep working harder. They stay rich because their money works for them, even while they sleep. You can sell your time, but you'll only ever get rich when you buy something that keeps earning for you, long after the work is done. This lesson is invaluable, and it's one that too many entrepreneurs learn far too late in the game. But you're hearing it now, so don't let that opportunity slip by. Think about what you can start building today, so your money works for you tomorrow. We'll see you back here again soon, and until then, keep pushing forward because your future wealth depends on what you do today.